Dinomorphia may be one of the best budget decks I've ever played. Hear me out. Dinomorphia is a trap and fusion based dino deck with a fine ass chick. Focus on sacrificing life points to make the opponent's life a living hell. To put it simple, the deck is a walking skill drain that gains turn of advantage, protection, and recovers like zombies. However, you are always one bad player away from losing. Deck profile. If you are not playing these first set of cards in your Dinomorphia deck, then it's gonna be a lot harder to pilot this deck. The Gamma package is a must play in my opinion. One of the deck's biggest threat is Ash Blossom. Ash shits so hard on this deck, it's crazy. Being a trap deck, most of your plays would be set pass, which means you possess a monsterless board, making it ideal to resolve Gamma's effect. Sideframe Gamma eliminates the fear and anxiety of your opponent having an Ash and allows you to easily establish your game plan. Aside from Ash, playing second against an already established board with monsters with spell and trap negation effects will be an uphill battle. In such circumstance, Gamma really opens the pathway to fusion summoning your boss monsters. I would recommend you reserve Gamma's effect only when activating your fusion traps. Next are free copies of Gravedigger's Trapple. This is your second out to Ash Blossom. This just goes to show how much of a nuisance Ash Blossom is to this deck. Aside from dealing with hand traps, Gravedigger's Trap Hole shuts down the grave and banish effects. Rexstrom may restrict the activation of monsters on the field, but your graveyard is another realm. The 2000 burn damage is sweet, I must say. Call by the Grave is a mixture of Gamma and Gravedigger's Trap Hole. Have you read Miss? This one copy of Miscellaneous will bring so much value to you. Then again, it's a freaking dino. With a small monster count, mad consistency, and searchers like Fossil Dig, this card will be in your hand more often than you would think. Miss is going to save your ass so many times, you are gonna wonder why you weren't playing this card to begin with. Though Dinomorphia monsters float if destroyed, there are some cards in the meta like Sprite Smasher and Dracoback that don't give two shit about such effect. Are you aware Miss gets you a free Ferrizia to the field? Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, by now you may have noticed I'm not playing Solemn Strike. It's because 70% of the time the card is dead. Budget decks don't have the luxury of playing cards that are not always effective or useful. Here is a typical example of how the deck plays most time, and this would happen very early on in the duel. Pay half your life points to fusion summon Kentrudina, then another half to summon Rexstorm. At this point, you are at 2000 life points. If you were to use the effect of Rex, you would be down to 1000 life points. So drawing Solemn Strike any later makes it a dead cat. Next we have free copies of the hot chick Ferrizia, your main starter, one of the fusion materials, and a card you might find yourself staying for way too long. Then we have free Diplos. Yeah. For consistency and speed, I am rocking free Fossil Dig and Pot of Duality. Coming off fresh from the 2022 team, Lord of Heavenly Prison. This card made a world of difference when included into this deck. The looming threat of back row hit was no more, and the free setting of any spell and trap card along with a free K body was just icing on the cake. Your fusion traps, Dinomorphia Frenzy, and Domain are must-not free. You wanna see these cards at the soonest. The deck revolves around its fusion after all. The free Dinomorphia Sonic may seem weird, but trust me, it always comes in clutch. With Monster's effect being neutralized, the opponent's next line of attack is the use of spell and trap cards. The most effective use of Sonic is when quick play back row cards are activated before the main phase. It's unfortunate Frenzy and Domain cannot be activated outside of the main phase. This can easily shut you down. Dinomorphia Sonic also protects from battle damage. This effect is a lifesaver. Free copies of Solemn Judgment synergizes perfectly with the deck, so yeah, why not? Ferret Flame must be the most heartbreaking card in the deck. Oh my god. This card hurts the opponent harder than the time you got destroyed by a Beaver Warrior OTK deck. The last two cards are Dinomorphia, Alert, and Brute. You don't want to see these cards without your power cards, so I limit them to one copy. The extra deck is straightforward, so I won't touch much on them. But I'm definitely recommending Riders, Knight, and Ark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. And the next video, of course, if interested in another mad crazy budget deck.